on cryptocurrencies, on Bitcoin. We've heard so much about it. There are so many of you that are interested, but have no idea how to go about it. Some of you want to find out if it's an investment. Some of you want to know what we do. So we are just going to address all your crypto challenges, all your crypto questions, and we're going to prepare you to start trading in crypto if you realize that it's something that you are very interested in. So this event is hosted by MYBITSTORE. MYBITSTORE is a crypto trading app. So what we do is to provide you a platform where you can trade your crypto, where you can buy and sell your crypto, and then we allow you to convert your Bitcoin to mobile money and your mobile money to Bitcoin. We also allow you to convert your gift card to Bitcoin and vice versa. So we give you so many options. We have over 250 payment platforms. So you're very sorted on our platform. So today, Mr. Joy and Mr. Anderson are going to be answering all your questions on cryptocurrency. So at this moment, I'm going to be inviting Mr. Anderson. Hi, Mr. Anderson. I'm fine, thank you. And thank you so much for doing this with us. And so let's just start from the basis. If we talk about cryptocurrency, what exactly is it?
So my name is Benjamin, like the moderator did mention. So if we are talking about cryptocurrency, then we are talking about digital currencies. So cryptocurrencies are basically currencies that are digital. You cannot hold them physically, neither can you see them physically with your eyes. So they are basically digital or electronic in nature. So that is cryptocurrencies.
All right, Mr. Anderson, thank you. So what you're saying is cryptocurrency is a currency, but you just can't see it. It's virtual.
Exactly.
Basically that. Mr. Anderson, we've heard about Bitcoin, Ethereum, like so many virtual currencies. What do they mean? What are they?
Okay, so each currency serves a different purpose. Bitcoin serves a different purpose, Ethereum serves a different purpose, Repo serves a different purpose. So let me take the Bitcoin instance. Bitcoin initially was invented to serve as a global currency. It was meant to ease transfers or remittances and also reduce the cost that comes with remittances. So if you are using Bitcoin for it, you can send a very big amount, a very huge amount of funds and pay as little as $1 and pay as little as $1. So sorry, the mic is moving a little bit. Can you please come back? Are you in the clear? So like I was saying, I think the mic is giving us a little challenge. So can you hear me? So you can send as much as $100,000 and then pay very little fee. It could be as little as $1, $2, or something similar. But the whole essence of Bitcoin was to ease transfers, remittances across all networks. So basically, that is Bitcoin and the purpose it serves. And if we look at Ethereum, for instance, it's also a cryptocurrency that is helping people build centralized apps, helping people achieve decentralization on their ecosystem. So each cryptocurrency has got its own purpose. So depending on what you want to do, there are some cryptocurrency platforms or companies that work to provide services for decentralized apps. So every cryptocurrency has its own.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Anderson. So now,
So if I get your question right, you were asking if somebody wants to get into crypto, how do they go about it? Is that right? Yes. So if you want to go into cryptocurrency, the first advice I will always give is you should make your research well. As much as possible, talk to your financial advisors, because anything relating to finance and money, you need to get the good advice, and your financial advisors are always the best. After talking to your financial advisor, then I think you'll be on the run to enter into crypto, or you're on the way to entering into crypto. So entering into crypto, you need to read a lot yourself, understand what you want to achieve from cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin, whether being a trader, whether using crypto as a means of remittances. So you have to specifically know what you want to use cryptocurrencies for. So that my best advice for anybody who is entering into crypto is that first talk to your financial advisor. Let your financial advisor give you the right information, and also do your own research. Then thereafter, per the results you get from your research, you can decide to enter into cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin.
all right, Mr. Anderson. So now, me, for instance, if I'm interested in trading in cryptocurrency, per the explanation you've given as to what it is and why it came about, and I'm like, okay, I like to invest in cryptocurrency. After I speak to my financial advisors, what's the next step I'm supposed to take to start investing in crypto?
So if you are investing in crypto, there are people who come in as short-term investors, others come in as medium-term investors, others come in as a long-term investor. So depending on what you want to do, or the kind of investment you want to do in cryptocurrencies, you will opt to choose the right project and the right investment. Say you are a day trader, it's also a form of investment. Anyways, you're putting money to gain or to make revenue. So it's also an investment. So you have to know the project, how good the project is, the fundamentals of the project, because you don't just put your money in a project that wouldn't be existing in the next 5 years if you are looking at the long term. If you are looking at the medium term, you should make sure that the project you are choosing is going to be there for you in the medium term. If you are looking at the short term, short-term investors are mostly people who want to make a few bucks and then leave from the project. And most of these short-term investments are a little bit risky. So my best advice, if you want to invest in cryptocurrency, is that look out for projects with good fundamentals, with good team, projects that you can foresee them existing in the next 100 years if they need to be, and then you'll be good with cryptocurrency investment. Yes. So basically, if you want to invest in cryptocurrencies, you should examine the project. Ask yourself if the project will be there in the next 50 years, in the next 5 years, in the next 2 years. Based on these research findings, you'll be able to invest properly, or you'll be a good investor. But let me also not forget to add, one thing you should always look out for when you are investing in cryptocurrencies, you should be looking out for value. Every cryptocurrency you invest in, make sure the currency or the crypto project has value. It is offering value. That way, I'm pretty sure you'll be safe in the long term, short term, and then medium term. Yes.
Okay, Mr. Anderson, you're telling us to look for projects. What are projects? How do I identify one? And how do I tell if this is going to be long term? How do I know?
So, thank you for your question. To know your project is a short term, medium term, long term, it boils down to the point I mentioned. I mentioned earlier that before you invest in cryptocurrency, you need to talk to your financial advisor. So the decision whether this project is a long term, short term, or middle term is going to be based on the advice your financial um, um, advisor gave you, and your personal research as well. Yes, so basically, this is how to identify a project is a good one for the long term, medium term, or the short term.
Ms. Anderson, there are so many people that don't have financial advisors. They manage their own finances themselves. If you have a person who manages his or her own finances and we don't have any financial advisor, how do we identify these things? How can we tell that this is a good project? Are there certain things we are supposed to look out for? Just basic things to identify that this is a good project so I can invest my money in there.
Okay, the issue of not having a financial advisor itself is a topic worth diving into, in the sense that I don't expect you to make a living or to make gains without assistance of an expert. So it goes down to say that if you want to invest and you want to invest properly without losing your funds, the best thing is always talk to a financial advisor. But coming to the level where somebody doesn't want to use the service of a financial advisor, then you have to surely do your own research, make sure that your research findings are as solid as possible, and I'm pretty sure you'll be safe on that level. But aside these two options of doing your research and then making sure your financial advisor gives you the right information, you're always going to be losing, especially when it comes to crypto investment, if you don't stick to this basic basic rules of consulting your financial advisor or doing your own research.
Okay, Ms. Anderson. So when you say research, how should we research? What should we look out for in researching? Because you go onto the internet and then there are so many websites that just want you to come to their website or use their website. I mean, some of the websites are even scams. Some of them just, have been paid for. So they report the story to favor the cryptocurrency or the crypto network that you should be investing in. So as a novice, how do you, identify the real crypto world you're supposed to invest in? What are some of the things you should be looking out for?
Okay. Okay, thank you for the question. When you are investing in crypto, first thing I will advise for any investor is you should be looking at the team behind the cryptocurrency project. Team is very fundamental. You don't expect to invest in a project with a team that is not a very solid one, or a team that you cannot count on. There are projects that if you look into the backgrounds of their founders, you can clearly tell or make a good conclusion for yourself. So first of all, look at the team behind the project. Second, you are looking at the token metrics, factors such as how many total tokens are being minted or are in existence.
Mr. Anderson, what is tokens?
Okay, this is a different topic, but I'll dive a little bit into it. But let me first answer the question you asked earlier. So you are looking at the total number of tokens. You're also looking at where those tokens can be purchased and sold in terms of liquidity, because if you invest in a crypto, mostly they come in the form of either a coin or a token. So you buy a token and you are unable to liquidate, you are unable to sell. That is quite a big issue to always focus on. So your researching mostly should look out for liquidity. When I want to sell, will I be able to sell? And liquidity boils down to exchange platform. You should be looking at platforms where you can easily exchange your cryptocurrency for either fiat. By fiat I mean cash, or any other form of payment. So you should be looking out for things like that. You should be looking out for the total number of tokens. Mostly in cryptos, the more tokens. Hold on, sorry, one sec. I have to read this. Okay, so all right, thank you. So at the total number of tokens existing, mostly some crypto projects are just a scam. They come in and money and then they are gone already. So what they do is they create as many tokens as possible, sell to as many people as possible, and then they're not going to list your tokens on any reputable exchange. So they are left you hanging after buying the tokens. That is why I said look out for the total number of tokens. And in economics, we learn something regarding demand and supply. If the tokens are so many, in most instances, it turns out that the prices don't really go where you are expecting it to. So make sure that the project has certain amount of tokens and it is listed on a good exchange. You should also be looking at the founders or the team behind the project, and then the purpose for which the project is serving. The purpose of the project is very core. If you choose a project that is not serving any good purpose, the project may have name, the marketing team may be very good with their marketing strategies, and as a result, the project is reaching height. But aside all these factors, if you still don't choose a good project, the hype will die down and your investment is likely to go a waste. Yes.
All right, Mr. Anderson. You touched on tokens and you said you were going to explain a little bit. If you could just touch on it just a little bit before we go into the next question.
Okay. So tokens are basically what you exchange your fiat money or your Bitcoin for. My BitStore, for instance, is a company. My BitStore, for instance, is a company. So if someone mic is producing feedback, can you mute the mic? Yes. Check your mics, please. Yes. So my BitStore project, for instance, can mint tokens where if you buy the token will give you certain access on our platform. It could be the token is used in reducing your fees for transacting on my BitStore. It could be the fees, the tokens are for sale and you can exchange them for Bitcoin. Every token has a purpose. So mostly people create a token to back their project. So the tokens, they give you the tokens in exchange for funds to help them get to the project mission and visions, because for the project to run they need money, and mostly these tokens serve as source of funds for the project to run. Yes, so that's basically what tokens are, and your tokens are what is going to make you money in the future. If you invest in a good project and then the project is going higher and serving good purpose, that means that your tokens will be worthier. Your tokens are going to have value. Yes, let me put it that way. Your tokens are going to have value. So first of all, look out for a good project, a project that is going to serve a good purpose. Yes.
All right, Mr. Anderson. My next question is centered around the projects. Can you give us examples of some projects that you can say that these projects are good projects, so we can, maybe invest our Bitcoin there and all of that? I mean, our money there for crypto and all of that.
So talking about good project, I am personally not a financial advisor. I'm not in a position to give financial advice, but personally, I do invest in Ethereum. I invested in Solana, which turns out to be a very good project, and then as a result, I had a good gain from Solana. Currently, I'm looking at other projects, but because I'm not a financial advisor, I will not be in a position to tell anybody buy big, or this is good or that is bad. But personally, I am into Solana, I am into Ethereum, I am into Bitcoin, and I'm into Phantom. Yes, but I do stay transport. Yes.
All right, Mr. Anderson. So now, walk us through the process. I have like, first of all, how much can I start investing into crypto if I want to, start doing it? How much, what's the basic amount I can put in?
Okay, so there's no basic amount, there's no little amount, there's no big amount. It depends on what you can afford to invest. But my best advice is cryptos are always invest what you can afford to lose.
Yeah.
If you have a case school fee which you have to pay in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, don't assume I'm going to put this case school fees in this crypto project and recoup my investment. You may not be fortunate to get your investment in 2 weeks time, and that will be a very big loss for you. So always ensure that every fund you invest is a fund you can spare, not exactly lose. It's a fund you can spare. That's the first advice with what you can invest in regarding crypto. Yes. So amount wise, the right amount to always invest is what you can always afford to spare. Yes.
Okay, so if you want to invest in crypto, you have to find the money that you can afford to lose so that when you lose it, that's it. So now walk me through the process. Let's say I have 100 Ghana cedis. I want to invest in crypto. I have decided that I'll go with projects, maybe Bitcoin or Ethereum. If I download the app, what do I do? How do I put the money in? And if I put the money in, what are some of the examples of the returns I can get? I know the returns are not absolute, that if you put 100 cedis, you get 200 cedis. But then what are some of the examples of, the returns you could make and some losses you could make? Is it possible to lose all your money? Is it possible to, maybe when you lose all your money and you leave it for a while, it will grow back? How does it work?
So with losing your funds and how to first of all let me address the first question. Then I'll come back to the losing funds and how much you make issue. So if you want to invest in a crypto project, first of all, or if you want to get some tokens, first of all, most tokens you need to exchange Bitcoin for them. And if you want to buy Bitcoin, there are so many exchanges around that you can use. But because I represent a company, I would advise that you use my company. Because I can assure you that my company will sell as much Bitcoin as you want to, and will also buy any Bitcoin you have. So you can download the MYBITSTORE app, or you can go to the MYBITSTORE website, www.mybitstore.com. It is a very simple website. You can do everything you want on the website. You can buy Bitcoin directly from us. You can sell Bitcoin directly to us. And then the means of payment for buying Bitcoin is mobile money or bank transfer. And the platform is everywhere in the world. We offer you the opportunity to trade with your own peers or trade directly with MYBITSTORE. But the option to trade directly with MYBITSTORE is only available for Ghanaians and Nigerians. But anywhere else anywhere else that you find yourself in the world, you can trade on MYBITSTORE using the P2P, where you can buy Bitcoin using get cars. There are over 250 payment methods, which I can't mention them all. You need to go and then check them yourself. So back to after acquiring Bitcoin, what next? After acquiring Bitcoin, you need to locate an exchange platform where you can exchange your Bitcoin for the tokens you want to buy. Say you want to get Ethereum. After getting Bitcoin, then you need to convert your Bitcoin into Ethereum. And also, let me not forget, before you acquire Bitcoin, you need a wallet. MYBITSTORE provides Bitcoin wallet for everyone, and it comes at no fee. It is free. So if you download the MYBITSTORE app, or if you visit the www.mybitstore.com website, we give you a free wallet to receive Bitcoin. If you buy Bitcoin, your Bitcoin is in your wallet. So after acquiring the Bitcoin, you need to locate an exchange. An exchange is a platform where you can see a number of cryptocurrencies or these projects being listed. So you convert your Bitcoin to the project you want to invest in. Say you want to invest in Ethereum. So you will convert your Bitcoin into Ethereum, then you hold your Ethereum. A few exchanges do exist, and I personally use Binance. I use Gate.io. You can look out for these two, but they are beyond MyBitStore. But the best advice I will always give is MyBitStore gives you the best wallet. It is easy to use, simple. Our fees are very low and competitive. We are working on so many tokens as well, projects or coins as well. So very soon, if you go on MyBitStore, you see a number of them, and you can easily convert one cryptocurrency to the other. So the question of how much to make when you invest in Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies, I cannot sit here and tell you you'll be making $1 or $2 or $1 million. Mostly, you have to research very well, and your research must boil down to value in the projects. If you invest in a good project, if you're a value investor, I'm pretty sure you will survive. But the amount to make, I cannot tell. And in the same way, I cannot tell you if your investment is going to go waste or it's going to drain down. So that it boils down to research, research, research. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much. At this point, I'll be inviting Mr. Darko in. He'll be giving us the technicalities of crypto trading. Hi, Mr. Darko. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
We want to understand the science behind cryptocurrencies. What does it mean? Is it a Ponzi scheme? Like, I mean, what am I buying? Why is the money growing? What is happening? How is it working? I want to find out about that. Please tell us the science behind cryptocurrencies.
Hi, everyone. So my name is Joey Darko, and I'm the CTO of MYBITSTORE, which simply means that I'm in charge of all things that are related to technology in this company. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sure. So before we start with cryptocurrencies, we need to look at its founding block, which is a blockchain. Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It seems we can't hear you, Mr. Darko. Can you check your microphone, please?
You are using Macaroni right now. Allow you with that. You then go to Macaroni here. Hello.
Hi, Mr. Darko.
Okay, sorry for that.
Yeah, I think it's working now. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, so I said before we talk about cryptocurrencies, we need to look at the founding block or the building blocks behind cryptocurrency, which is a blockchain. So you can take a blockchain as a database that stores encrypted blocks of data.
Again, change them together to form a ledger. And this makes it very possible for both. So let's say we are working in it. You have to edit documents for maybe the most. So you open
right, it's possible for people.
So let's use Google Documents as an example. You open a file, you make some edits, and then you might start coming back.
Who would also like to make some editing on the same document. So all of you guys are having the same access to that same file, and then being able to access it and make some edits to it at the various points of your houses or wherever you are. So with that was the beginning of how cryptocurrency also, blockchain, the concept behind blockchain. And then with that, it gave birth to cryptocurrencies. So cryptocurrencies are the digital currencies, like my CEO said, that use the blockchain technology to record and secure every transaction. So with cryptocurrencies, we have a currency, the most popular one or the first one that emerged was Bitcoin. And the main reason why Bitcoin came into being was to make it serve as an electronic peer-to-peer data for people out there to send money from wherever they are to someone wherever they might also be in. So I'm even glad I have my sister online. She's in the US, and then sometimes when I needed to buy something for me, I could use the traditional means by walking into a bank and then send the money to her. But this will actually take a longer time. About 2 or 3 days. And I might incur a lot of charges on that. So with that, I prefer to use a cryptocurrency, which is a P2P, means of exchange. So I just send the money to her. She finds an exchange somewhere in the US, and then she can rightly convert the money into the various payment method that she has. So maybe if she wants cash, she can walk into an exchange or use an app that is for US-based citizens, and then she can convert the money to cash and then or fiat and then use that money. So this is the basics of blockchain and what it gave birth to, which is the cryptocurrency.
Okay, all right. I like that you're able to explain it in clear, simple terms for us to understand. Now, there've been so many controversies when it comes to crypto trading. Can the government monitor my account? Like the way if I'm using a bank and maybe I have an issue, the bank can freeze my account or something, or the government can see what I'm doing. Does that happen with crypto?
Yes, please. So from the onset, I made mention that this is a public ledger. It's online. Everybody can see whatever transactions you are making or whatever transaction you are running. So it's in order for you, even though it was based on P2P means, it's for trustless. It's for things you don't trust or people you don't trust. Someone is in the US, you don't trust them, but you are trying to send them money. So that was the purpose behind Bitcoin. And because it's a public ledger, every transaction you make will be published on the digital market, or the blockchain, and everybody can monitor and then see your transactions. So in order for people to remain anonymous, my CEO made mention of certain projects or cryptocurrencies. There are lots of cryptocurrencies out there. One that makes good use of anonymity and privacy is Monero. So it also serves as a P2P means of exchange, but this time you can, it's very hard for the government to trace your transaction. So depending on where you find yourself, you might use Monero to also send money to people, and then it will be very hard for the government or any crypto block agency to track your transactions and know who you are. Yeah.
Okay. So is it possible, excuse me, is it possible for my account to be hacked? Can someone just hack into my crypto account and then steal all my money?
Okay, so as a software engineer or a computer scientist, when you get into a lecture hall, one of the first things that they tell you is that any system created by the human hands can be hacked. But Bitcoin or the blockchain, the concept behind blockchain was engineered by, in fact, people, whether it's an individual or a group of people, we can't tell, but you can tell that these guys are, they are people from various fields of expertise. You have somebody from sociology, you have somebody who is well into economics, and somebody who is well into politics and finance. So they decided to build a system and make it very strong for make it very difficult for any hacker or somebody to be able to hack the blockchain network. But notwithstanding that, since we have various types of crypto wallets, let me use MYBITSTORE as an example. We use the highest grade of security in our tech products or the stuff that we use in creating our software product. So this makes it very hard for people to also hack your wallet. But notwithstanding that, we have two forms of wallets. We have the hot wallet and then the cold wallet. So the hot wallet is a wallet that can be used online or electronically. So an example is Coinbase or MYBITSTORE, which is a very good example. So with hot wallets, you have all your money online, and at any point in time, if something goes wrong with you not being able to access the internet, that means you might not be able to have access to your money. But what I'm holding here is a cold wallet. So you can use this as, let me use the word susu box, or in the English term, like a savings account. So you can have your hot wallet, like your normal wallets that you keep in your bag or your pocket whenever you are going out to make transactions. And you have to save the rest of your money on the cold wallet, which is very advisable. So in as much as you might have a lot of money, maybe $50,000 worth of Bitcoin, it's not advisable you keep them all in a hot wallet. You have to look for a cold wallet like this, and then keep some of the money there for your own safety.
Okay, now to the most critical part of the questions that I think is on everybody's mind. How does it work? If I put my money in, how does it grow? What are they using the money for? How does my money double? And how does it dip? Why does it happen? What's happening? Why am I making more money?
Okay, so I think my CEO touched on this. The main reason why this the first cryptocurrency was created was to serve as a P2P means of exchange for transfer of money. But in the long run, just like economics, when there's a high demand of something, I mean, people get interested and then it makes the prices go up and down. So somebody like myself, I don't trade. I just use cryptocurrency as a means of payment. But my colleague here also does the trading and he earns more. So you might have today, you might buy Bitcoin worth of maybe $100, and then tomorrow you might wake up and then you see your money drop all the way down to $50. There could be a lot of reasons why this could happen. There could be market fluctuations and then maybe some news on the internet. An example is, I think back in May when one of the billionaires in the world, Elon Musk, made a tweet about Bitcoin. That just made Bitcoin lose its value at one point in time. So just like any commodity out there, it can be affected by a lot of factors out there. So today you might just have, let's say, $100 in your Bitcoin wallet. Tomorrow you might wake up and then it's a good day for you, even though you did not trade. But the market value of the Bitcoin will also rise and then you can get a little money on top of that. So of course you can withdraw that money. I mean, if let's say a day you get, let's say, $3 on top of the initial Bitcoin value that you have, you can even withdraw that money and use it for something profitable or for your own use. So it's just markets, people buy and sell, and there are other factors that affect it. So the prices just keeps fluctuating up and down.
Okay, I understand that. So when you say trade in Bitcoin, what exactly are you saying? What do you mean by trade? What is the buy and sell, the signs behind the buy and sell? What do you mean by that? Because you mentioned that your money can just be in there without you touching it and it may grow or not grow. When you trade, which you are coming to explain, doesn't mean that you increase your chances of getting, more money, more interest. Is it interest? Like more money on top of it, or does it mean that if you are like, how does it work? What do you mean by trading? How does it work?
So let me use a regular market for an example. So let's say I want to buy tomatoes. I go to the market and then I have a particular purpose or the reason why I'm buying the tomatoes. So I might just buy tomatoes to use for cooking and that's it. So maybe you can trade with someone and then get a Bitcoin. But your purpose for getting that Bitcoin is not for purpose gaining. You are just going to use it to transact or maybe send money to someone out there. So we have various methods or reasons why people trade. So on MYBITSTORE like this, we have the means where somebody can use, let's say, a gift card. So let's say you might have friends or colleagues in the US who might send you a gift card, and then you might want to trade that gift card for Bitcoin. So an example is that you just trade and then you get something, you get Bitcoin from the gift card that you are selling. And of course, you can also resell your Bitcoin. So today, somebody can work in the office and let's say let's say we are selling Bitcoin for 60 days. And then we buy from someone for 60 days and then we sell it to another person for, let's say, 6.5. We are trading and then we are making gains from it. So you might not even go further to, let's say, a big exchange and then be doing those trading there. You can just do your normal trading. Somebody needs Bitcoin, you buy it cheap and then you sell it high. And then that little margin you get on it might be your profit. But of course, markets fluctuate. So you might lose the value of the Bitcoin whilst you are trading.
All right, now it's time for question and answers. We want to open the floor for everybody to ask any question they have, anything at all that is bothering you, anything we haven't touched on. You can type it in the chat box and then it will be read for you and then it will be addressed. So I'm going to the chat box now to check for any questions that are in there. So in the chat box, okay. Okay, so someone is asking if you can explain what market cap is. So I think any of you can pick it up.
So I think
Yeah, hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
So I think this answer is directed to not just Alpha, but everyone. So you can, market cap just means market capitalization, which is you can calculate that by multiplying the total number of a company's shares by the current market price of one share. So an example is a company with 10 million shares and they are selling one for $100 each would have a market cap of 1 billion. So that's just the simple explanation of what the market cap or market capitalization is.
Okay, so there's Ernest Papo has raised his hands. Yeah, please go ahead.
Hello. Hello. So can I find out? Hello.
Yeah, please speak. We can hear you.
So I want to find out if say I want to buy crypto in Ghana. I'm new to this whole crypto space. If I want to buy crypto in Ghana, how do I go about it? Who do I talk to? Is there can I use my bank account or anything? How does it work?
All right, so yeah, Mr. Anderson, you can answer that question. Mr. Anderson.
Okay, my mic was off. It's connected now. Sorry. So if you want to buy crypto or Bitcoin in Ghana, what you need to do is to locate a cryptocurrency exchange or a platform where you get to buy and sell Bitcoin. But first of all, a secured one, a safe one. And MYBITSTORE serves that purpose. So you can visit mybitstore.com, www.mybitstore.com, and you can easily buy Bitcoin using mobile money or a bank transfer. So that's how to acquire Bitcoin in Ghana. And the process is similar for all other countries.
Okay, there's another question over here from William Awuda. He says, do you have a platform where you train people on how to trade cryptocurrencies using Binance platform?
Okay, so currently we don't have a place to train people for trading cryptocurrencies. And all materials to get the knowledge is available online. So you can probably visit online, look out for good materials or good content and learn out from them. But MYBITSTORE as a company, we don't train people to trade cryptocurrencies. No, please.
Okay, so Mr. Papo, please can you come in here for us?
Okay, so to add up to what my colleague said, we are also providing a blog where we'll be sending out newsletters and then some various articles to train people, not just train people, I mean, not to train, use the word train please. So sorry, we just give people more information on, let's say, a new currency or a new project that comes out. So we are running a maintenance project right now, and from Monday, we'll be sending out newsletters and blogs to people out there. So each and every time you can jump onto our website and then you can see various information about any crypto project out there. And who knows, we might even give some pointers on how to go about your trading activities through the blogs.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now, let me see. Sorry, there's another question here coming from Jim Quick, and he or she is saying that is crypto on MT5 any different from Binance?
Come again with the question.
Is crypto from MT5 any different from Binance?
MT5. Hold on, let me read.
Mr. Joey, if you are available to answer that.
If I'm not mistaken, I think the MT5 here is MetaTrader 5, which is a software for forex traders. So they have their own program that they run, and then you can trade there. But normally, I think it's for forex. I don't know whether MT5 supports cryptocurrencies yet. So just like Binance also supports. Okay, so I'm getting an info that MT5 also supports cryptocurrency. So you can use Binance and you can use MetaTrader 5 to do your day-to-day trading activities. So I think they are not different. To answer your question, I think they are not different, but Binance was just created for cryptocurrency stuff, and then back in the days, MetaTrader was just there for forex stuff. So I think that's the difference we have there.
All right. Now, I want, any of you can pick this one up. I want you to take us through the process of using the MYBITSTORE app to trade in Bitcoin or crypto or anything?
Okay, so the response I'm getting from my team is I think we will have a blog for such processes. So to trade on MYBITSTORE, it will be best that you visit any of the blogs. Hold on, let me ask my. So okay, let's address that question in this session. So to trade on MYBITSTORE, you need to visit our website, www.mybitstore.com, create an account, verify your email, verify your identity. It is very, very important to verify your identity because you have a limit to what you can do if you haven't verified your account. So I recommend you verify your account. After verifying your account, then you will need to buy or sell your crypto using over 250 payment methods we have on the P2P marketplace, or trading directly with us. You can use mobile money payment systems, you can use bank transfer. So you choose what you want to do. So let's say you want to buy Bitcoin directly with MYBITSTORE. If you visit the app or the website, you go to buy or sell directly with MYBITSTORE. So you click on buy and sell, you click on buy directly or sell directly with MYBITSTORE. You enter the amount you want to buy or sell. If you want to sell, then you have to send your Bitcoin to your MYBITSTORE wallet. If you want to send your Bitcoin to MYBITSTORE wallet, you have to create an account. We give you a wallet, then you share your wallet with the sender of the Bitcoin. So the person sends the Bitcoin into your wallet on MYBITSTORE. Then you can click on the amount or you can enter the amount you want to sell. A trade chat opens automatically. You chat directly with MYBITSTORE traders, and then you give your payment details out. You initiate the payment, and then you release the Bitcoin, or you release the Bitcoin to us, then we initiate your payment as soon as the Bitcoin is being received. In a similar manner, if you want to buy from us, you initiate the trade by entering your amount. A trade chat opens between the buyer and MYBITSTORE trader. We will give you a payment details to send the payment to, and then you send your payment reference ID or transaction ID. Once the transaction ID is confirmed, we release Bitcoin to you on your MYBITSTORE wallet. Then the process ends. But on the P2P marketplace, you get to choose for yourself among the over 250 payment methods, which includes gift cards, PayPal, Cash App. There are so many payment methods, bank transfer, transaction in person. So you can use any of these payment methods on the P2P marketplace. So to buy or to transact on MYBITSTORE, it is as simple as it can be. We've tried our best to make it very simple. So visit the website, download our app, and then start to use the app. Yes, and the process is very smooth. You can easily have your way around it.
Okay, so there are some more questions here. It seems people want to make quick money. So this is coming from Kwame, and he said, "You said you don't train people, but how can we benefit from this whole crypto thing? I have interest in it, so how do I start? And is it possible to use small amount of money to get exponential profit within a short time, as people speak about?" So these fall under some myths and truths of crypto trading. And I think Mr. Dako, maybe you should take that one, then Mr. Anderson will add some one or two things to it.
Like my CEO to also take it because he's more into the trading aspect. And
okay, sure.
So asking if you can use a small amount to make a bigger amount. There are no limitations in cryptocurrencies. As a matter of fact, some people invested as little as $100 and made millions in a matter of few months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 1 year. So there are no limit to what you can achieve. A typical coin where people made a lot of gains is Shiba. SHIB. People invested as little as $100. Hold on. $100 and made millions. So there are no limit. There are no limit to what you can make trading cryptocurrency, but you have to also be very careful what you expect in crypto trading. The more greedier you become, the more the likelihood of you losing your trade, especially when it has to do with day trading. The more greedier you become, the more the likelihood of you losing your trading funds. So you need to be careful when you are trading. But there are no limits. There are no limits to what you can make. If you are fortunate and you find the project for the day, then you are good to go and you are going to make some good gains. Yes. But if you are not fortunate, the opposite will happen to you. The opposite, I mean, losses will come your way. So you always have to be careful and just try to do things in the right manner. Yes.
Okay, thank you. There's another question here from Jim. He says, so if I'm trading BTC USD, it's a whole different thing. And please, do crypto traders also do technical analysis as Forex traders on trading view?
Okay, so technical analysis, Forex, crypto, the dimensions are almost similar or the same. So before you trade, you must surely know how to do technical analysis. You can't make gains without technical analysis. If you don't know your entry point, how do you go into crypto trading? So you must learn to analyze coin. You must know, and very important thing, you must always have a project you personally trade on, crypto your personal trade on. Because if you master a particular cryptocurrency, you're able to predict the behaviors with your analysis easily. But if you are just moving from one crypto project to the other, there's a high likelihood that your analysis may be failing you in most instances. So yes, you need to have the technicals always in forex and crypto. You need to have the technicals right. Yes. So the question was whether one would need technical analysis in trading crypto, and the answer is yes. Without the technicals, you are always likely to end yourself in a position you don't want to find yourself. Forex, crypto, they are mostly similar in analysis, and the technical analysis to do in crypto are almost the same as the one to do in forex. So you need to always have your fundamentals right. You have to always do your technical analysis.
Okay. Mr. Anderson, there's another question coming from Edwin. It says, let's say I trade and I'm gaining. How do I get it in cash or Momo?
So if you are trading crypto, make sure you know how to pair your Bitcoin against a stable coin for stability. So you trade and then you make a gain. Then you need to exchange your gains into a stable coin. Then from there, to get your money in cash or Momo, you need to find an exchange. That is why MYBITSTORE is there. So you traded wherever you traded, and then you made a gain. You send your Bitcoin to MYBITSTORE wallet, and then on MYBITSTORE you can easily sell for mobile money, or you can even visit our office for cash transaction. But we advise that as much as possible, let's always do the online transaction by paying with bank transfers and mobile money, as it turns out it's always the most convenient means of payment. Yes.
Okay. There's another question from Ernest. He says, what can I do if my account lost? And how safe is MYBITSTORE's wallet?
Okay, hi, Ernest. To answer your question, if you have your account logged out, I'm sure it's because of maybe wrong credentials that you made an input into the system. So with that, we've made the system quite easy for you because we have a small chat down there, or you can always see the support button down there. So, and you can send us an email, and then our support team will get back to you, and then you have to follow certain procedures for us to verify you, and then make sure you are the one the account belongs to, and then we can revert that and make sure you get access back into your account. And like I said earlier on, we use the highest grade of security and we use good frameworks out there to create our software product. So your money on MYBITSTORE is actually very safe. And we always advise people that whenever you create an account on MYBITSTORE, you also have to enable your two-factor authentication. Because an honest thing in the world is that anybody can do a brute force attack where they can have a lot of, let's say, words out there and they can be trying some random usernames and password. And who knows, it might work. But for our technical security aspects, we try to limit the number of requests. I don't want to go too much technical into that. We try to limit the number of somebody can even try to log in or something, and then we block that person. But you can never, somebody can, a hacker or an attacker can use a brute force attack into your account. So notwithstanding that, we always advise people to also download a two-factor authentication app to also make their wallet more secure, so that even if the person has your username and password, before they make any transaction, they have to also use the 2FA app to authenticate who they are and then make sure that the transaction they are doing is, you are actually the person doing the transaction. So these are some of the ways where we also keep your wallet safe, and we also expect you to also keep your wallet safe by also downloading the 2FA app and then using. We actually force users to use good passwords. So you can't just use something simple where any hacker can just guess and then they can do it, because you can trade with someone, the person can know your username, and then who knows, they might try to do something by logging into your account using your username. So we admonish everybody to use a very good password, and then when you sign up, the first thing you have to do right after you sign up is to download a 2FA app, and then you make sure that your account is more secure. Thank you.
Okay, there's another question from Bosom Pim, and it says that how come I missed the question? It says, is Bitcoin the only supported cryptocurrency on MYBITSTORE? And the second question, what are the credentials needed to create a wallet?
Okay, so we have a traditional wallet, which is a Bitcoin wallet. So for Bitcoin, MYBITSTORE, we only give you a free Bitcoin wallet. Even though we support multiple cryptocurrencies, the only one that you actually have a wallet that you can use to receive your money and send money or make transactions is a Bitcoin wallet. But we also support Ethereum and then Ripple. So we have 3 cryptocurrencies that we support. We have Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then Ripple. And in order for you to create an account, we just ask for your full name, your username, your email address, your phone number, the country where you found yourself in, and then that's it. You can just use these few credentials to create an account on MYBITSTORE.
Okay, to the second question, which was coming from Edwin. He says, what are the credentials needed to create a wallet?
I think that was just the question I just answered.
Oh, okay, sorry. I was just trying to check on other questions. I missed it. Okay, so I realized that MYBITSTORE allows for referrals and some interest or some money made or referrals of $30 or something. Can you explain how that works? Because I may just quit my job and just focus on my referrals.
Okay, so Baba said she's creating her job for referrals. Anyway, that's just besides the point. So MYBITSTORE rewards people who actively help in the adoption of MYBITSTORE, and then also not just adoption, helping others make earnings using the MYBITSTORE product. So if I'm a user and I want to make extra cash, the only way around this is to invite friends. I may not have funds to be trading or to be buying and selling Bitcoin myself. So if you know a friend who buys and sells Bitcoin, recommend MYBITSTORE app to the person. Let the person use MYBITSTORE app, and then you'll be making earnings. You'll be making gains from the person's trade. The person trades some dollars, you make a gain on the person's trade. So you accrue a lot of, and this doesn't end. If the person trades 1,000 times in a day you are making 1,000 times gains on the person's trade. So it's not limited. The amount you can make is not limited. You can make as much as you want, provided you invite as many people as possible to trade on MYBITSTORE. So it's a way to make money, and to quit your job to do this, you can see it as an option, but always make sure that this comes as a passive income for you, or passive job for you to earn extra income. So just recommend your friends who trade, who buy, sell Bitcoin, who have Bitcoin to keep somewhere, and then once they use MYBITSTORE for those services, you'll be rewarded for your action.
Okay, there's a question over here. Well, I'm still going to quit my job though, but it says that I overheard I need to have a national ID to verify my wallet. I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, you just we support a lot of IDs out there, so you can use your passport, you can use your voter's ID card, you can use your driver's license, and or any other nationwide supported ID card out there, except the national health insurance card. We are not currently using that, but you can use the other ones that I made mention of.
Okay. So what if the person is not Ghanaian? Does that also work?
Yeah, so you can also, of course, upload your driver's license and then the passport that you have from the country that you are currently in.
Uh-oh. Oh, okay, sure. All right. Let me check the chat box. Okay, there are no more questions here, but I want to find out. So, are there any things that you need to chip in here and there that I probably did not touch on and no one has asked about? We've spoken about the referrals, which yes, how much are we talking about though on the referrals? How much is it?
How much you can earn on my base store is not limited, and we won't state a particular amount. Depends on what the person you referred is doing. So if somebody trades $100, the commission on it is different from somebody trading $1,000. So we have a structure for the commission on our website. So if you want to know what activity will earn you what, you can simply visit our website for the commission structure, and to give details of how much you are making, which friend did the trade, and then what amount the friend did, and all this data will be available for you. Yes. So just visit our fee or the commission fee structure, and then you will know how much you will make from your referrals.
Okay, so I think at this point we've exhausted everything. We've spoken about why you should start crypto trading. We've spoken about how you can start. We've spoken about the safety precautions you're supposed to take. We've spoken about the science behind cryptocurrencies. We've spoken about the MyBitStore app and how it has over 250 payment methods that allows you to buy and sell Bitcoin. And we've spoken about the referrals, which is actually my favorite part of this conversation, that I could be earning some amount of money with my referral code. I don't know if you can show us how to, get the referral code. If I start using the app, where can I find the referral code?
Okay, so when you are registering, the last option you get down there is to put in a referral code, and somebody's username is actually their referral code. So let's say if my name is Don and I invite you onto the platform, when you are creating an account, the last input box you see there is the referral option, and then you can put my name there, Don, and that's it. So every transaction Don makes, every transaction that Don makes, you also make money, and vice versa. If you also give people your referral code for them to also use to register on the platform. So that's just a simple way to give referral codes out for people to use in creating accounts.
Okay, so all right. So I think we found where to find our referral code. So yes, and then it's been shared on our screen right now. This is directly from our website, and this is how the code works. But I would admonish that after this webinar, you just visit the website quickly and then read it and have time to understand it. And also at this point, the links to our official social media pages will be put in the chat box right now. So I would admonish that you just follow us so that you are updated on every information when it comes to cryptocurrencies, crypto news, and then trading in cryptos in general. So we've spoken about a lot of things. We still, let me see if there are any questions before we sign out. Okay, I think I have addressed every question. So I don't know if we should do a summary before we run away, just a quick summary. So maybe if you start trading in crypto, download the MyBitStore app, transfer your money from mobile money, just a quick summary, then we'll sign out just for the people who just joined. I've seen about 6 people just joining. So just for your sake, we are going to do this quickly.
So a quick summary before we leave. The summary we are focusing on MYBITSTORE. To buy and sell Bitcoin, your best option is to use the MYBITSTORE app, MYBITSTORE website. To own a Bitcoin, you need a Bitcoin wallet, and your best way to store your Bitcoin is using the MYBITSTORE app. It is very convenient to buy and sell on MYBITSTORE. MYBITSTORE also makes available a P2P payment or P2P trading option where you can buy and sell Bitcoin using over 250 payment methods. So MYBITSTORE is the best option for you, let me say. And also another thing I have to ask or say at this point is that always make sure that you are consulting with your financial advisors because it's a financial activity. So without an advisor, you may find yourself in a very bad position. So always consult your financial advisor, do your research well. This particular meeting is not a financial advice. Nothing we said here is a financial advice. That is why I mentioned that always consult your financial advisors. Yeah, so I'll leave at this point. I'll invite our CTO to come in and then also give his closing remarks.
Okay, so I thank everyone for joining this webinar. And sometimes part of my daily activities is to just go through the various data that we have in our platform. And I keep seeing the number of female users on our platform, which is increasing by day. And I'm really excited about that. So I don't know the number of female participants on this webinar right now, but I'm just glad that they are also really interested in the whole cryptocurrency space. And I hope they can also speak to their various female friends about the benefits of currency, because in the near future, we'll be using cryptocurrencies for our daily activities. So I just admonish everybody to just send a word to their various friends and colleagues out there about the benefits of using, even not for using our wallets, just know, get into cryptocurrency. And of course, we will still tell you, because this is the best wallet you can find out there. And then we thank everybody for joining this webinar.
Oh, all right. So someone is, we are done, but someone is asking about Bitcoin mining. Can you explain that for the person, please?
Okay, so in order for Bitcoin to work, we have a public ledger or a distributed system. So you need everything. This is very technical. So in order to mine Bitcoin, mining Bitcoin keeps the Bitcoin system operating. And then you need to have a very good machine with high specs of quality. You have to have a good GPU, depending on the cryptocurrencies that you are mining. So mining is just something you do with your computer to keep the Bitcoin network running. And then you get incentivized or you get rewards by doing the mining. So the Bitcoin network will give you some small tokens, which of course in value it looks small, but it's actually big. That's why people engage in mining. And in Ghana, I don't know whether somebody actually does an industrial scale mining, because you actually need a lot of electricity power and you need good PC systems in order to run. So that's just how mining works. So you mine to keep the Bitcoin network active, and then you get some rewards for keeping using your PC to also make the Bitcoin network active.
All right. Thank you so much. This brings us to the end of today's webinar. Someone is saying, thank you for sharing your knowledge with us all. Really appreciate it. Let me see if we have more. Okay, there are no more questions. So at this point, I want to announce that this particular video will be on our YouTube channel, MYBITSTORE. So just visit YouTube, and then, in case you missed or in case you just joined, you get the full video of what just went on, and then you can, look at it again. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comment section, and then our team will be available to answer it. So on Instagram, we are MYBITSTORE app or MYBITSTORE official. And then on Facebook, we are MYBITSTORE. Twitter, we are MYBITSTORE. Where else? YouTube, we are MYBITSTORE. So just look for MYBITSTORE, 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 and then follow us on social media. If you have any questions, just send it to us in our DMs, and then the team will be available to answer. Someone is asking, when are we having any meeting again? All right, so the team is telling me that there's a Telegram page that you can just join, and then you have all the updates. So MyBitStore on Telegram. Just search for MyBitStore on Telegram. And also the links are being put in the chat box. So we'll leave a window of about 3 to 5 minutes so that you can click on the links to go and like them and follow us. And then you can put in all your further questions in there. And yes, and we have blogs on what we do. So I mean, every information you need, just visit our website, visit our social media, and then most importantly, we admonish you, join our Telegram page. It's easier to interact with you over there. Or you can find a chat box on the website that you can send your questions, and then the team will be available to answer to you. So thank you all so much for making time to join us. We are so grateful that you came, and we hope that you follow us on all our social media platforms. Bye-bye.